Most everybody turned in their planning sheet yesterday and they looked pretty good. Remember, I've left comments on the work that you have turned in. It may be helpful to look at them each day. Now that we have a plan for our paragraph, we are ready to move on to the next part in writing an opinion paragraph. Here are the steps of opinion writing that we are going to follow today. We are going to start by writing a topic sentence that includes the main idea and will get the reader's attention. Then we will write 3 complete sentences that support the main idea. Following each of the supporting detail sentences, we will write an elaboration or explanation sentence that tells the reader more about each detail. The final step for the day will be to write a closing sentence that sums up the paragraph and provides the reading with a feeling of closure. Again, this may seem a little bit overwhelming, but we will be working step by step together so that everybody can be successful at writing an opinion paragraph. Just like yesterday, we have a sheet that we will be using to guide our writing. Today we will be working out to fill out this outline sheet, just like yesterday. The remainder of this video will work on one section at a time, and then following the video, you will have the chance to fill out the outline sheet on your own using your own opinion and information. Throughout the rest of the video, we will see the pacing graphic for the day in the lower left-hand corner. Remember, the first step for the day is to write a topic sentence that will get the reader's attention and introduce the main idea. Sometimes writing a topic sentence can be hard. In an opinion paragraph, the topic sentence should introduce your opinion while drawing in the reader's attention. Sometimes writers like to do this by writing a statement, and others like to do it by writing a question. While we are practicing together today, we will write our topic sentence as a statement. When writing my topic sentence, it is going to be helpful to look at my planning sheet from yesterday. When I look at the planning sheet, I am reminded that my opinion is that animals should be kept in zoos. One simple and straightforward way to write a topic sentence is by saying, "in my opinion," and then stating your opinion on the topic. I will start my writing that way in the topic sentence box. Now I need to state the main idea. Remember, yesterday on the planning sheet in the brainstorm box, I circled the main idea for my paragraph. I circled "keep everyone safe." That means the rest of my topic sentence should introduce the idea that animals living in zoos helps to keep everyone safe. I will now finish my sentence by saying, "animals should be kept in zoos so that everybody is safe." Now I can read my whole topic sentence all together. In my opinion, animals should be kept in zoos so that everybody can stay safe. The most important thing to remember when writing a topic sentence is that the sentence should introduce your entire paragraph. Now we are ready to move on to the next step for the day. The next step is to write 3 complete sentences that support the main idea. I want you to think back to yesterday when we filled out our planning sheet. At the bottom of the idea, we wrote 3 supporting details. We are going to look at those details and further develop them into complete sentences. Let's start with the first idea from the planning sheet. The first idea said animals are contained, and I now know I can turn that into a complete sentence. Remember, a complete sentence should start with a capital letter, have at least one subject, at least one predicate, and end with punctuation. In this paragraph specifically, we also need to make sure that the sentence supports my opinion that animals should be kept in zoos. After I have done a little bit of thinking, I now know that I want to write my sentence, and I should say, one reason that animals should be kept in the zoo is so that the animals are contained. I have made sure that my sentence starts with a capital letter, has a subject and a predicate, and ends with punctuation. Now I am ready to move on to the next idea that was in my planning sheet from yesterday. We can see that the next idea I had written down was endangered species of animals are protected. Now I can turn that into a complete sentence. This time, when I am starting my sentence, I want to make sure that I use transition words so that my paragraph has a nice flow to it. Here is the sentence I came up with to support my second reason. Another reason it is beneficial to keep animals in zoos is so that endangered species of animals are protected. Finally, I'm ready to write a sentence for the last reason that I had listed on my planning sheet. The last reason on my planning sheet said, trained staff work at zoos. As I write the sentence, I am again going to remember to use transition words and have at least 7 words in my sentence. My third supporting sentence will say, additionally, there are trained staff members that work at zoos who take care of animals. Taking the reasons and turning them into 3 complete sentences can take a little bit of time, but I know that each of you can do it if you put your mind to it and try. Let's move on and look at the next step for the day that we need to follow for opinion writing. When we look at the graphic in the bottom left corner, we see that it is now time to write an explanation or elaboration sentence for each of the supporting detailed sentences that we have written. That means that we need to look at each of the sentences that I just barely wrote, and now I am going to write one more sentence that can relate the supporting detailed sentence to my opinion. Now, we can look at the first supporting detail sentence that I already wrote. It says, one reason that animals should be kept in the zoo is so that the animals are contained. Before I write my elaboration sentence, I need to think about what I would like to explain further. I know that when I thought of this reason in my planning, I wanted people to be aware that if animals were not contained, they could hurt people. So I will write a sentence that says, if animals are not contained, there is potential that they could hurt or harm humans or other animals. Now I am ready to write an elaboration sentence for the second detail sentence that I wrote. My second detail sentence says, another reason it is beneficial to keep animals in zoos is so that endangered species of animals are protected. I want to explain to my reader that if endangered animals are in the wild and hunters kill them, that species will go away forever. I can now write a complete sentence that says, if endangered animals are not kept in the zoo, there is a high chance that hunters would hunt the species until it is extinct. Finally, we are ready to look at the last supporting detailed sentence that I wrote and create an explanation sentence. We can see that my last supporting detailed sentence said, additionally, there are trained staff members that work at zoos who take care of animals. Now I need to figure out a way to explain to my reader that trained staff can help keep the animals well taken care of and help humans and animals interact appropriately. I can turn that thought into a sentence that says, trained zookeepers are able to make it so that humans and animals can interact in an appropriate way, and they also help take care of animals and ensure that they are healthy. Again, this part took quite a while, and it was a lot of writing and thinking, but we were able to do it. Now that I have written 3 supporting detail sentences, as well as an elaboration sentence for each supporting detail, I am ready to tackle the last step for the day. The last step says that I need to write a closing sentence that sums up the paragraph and leaves the reader feeling a sense of closure. We can see the last section on the outline sheet where we write our conclusion or closing sentence. The easiest way to do this is to restate your opinion. The closing sentence should not introduce any new information. You can start your sentence by saying, in conclusion. That way the reader knows how the paragraph is going to come to an end. Now I need to restate my opinion and my main idea. I can do that by saying, there are many reasons that keeping animals in zoos helps to keep both humans and animals safe. Now I see that I have a complete conclusion sentence that says, in conclusion, there are many reasons that keeping animals in zoos helps to keep both humans and animals safe. That was a lot of work, but we now have worked through the entire outline sheet together. It is now going to be your turn to fill out your own outline sheet. Remember, the outline sheet should follow the planning sheet that you created yesterday. If you have not done that, you will need to work on that before you can do this piece. If you did do that yesterday, you can open it back up and use it while you are writing the pieces on the outline sheet. This might take you a little bit. Please be patient and use as much time as you need and do your best work. We will continue to work on this paragraph a little bit each day, and by Friday, we will have an entire paragraph. Today, all you will do is follow the 4 steps we discussed to fill out on your own outline sheet. When you are done with the video, you can find your own copy of the outline sheet linked to the calendar. Please work through the steps on your own to get an outline for your paragraph written. You may use information that you learned in this video, but you need to put your own work onto the outline sheet. Don't copy what I wrote in the video. Be sure to take your time because this is something that you will be using all week.